That's what I would say. That's where it comes. Cause I remember one comic even told me, so yo, try to get at least 50 to 100 open mics a year. And that shit is still, still on still. Like that shit will really sharpen you up.
And that shit is, and I'm going to touch on that because that is also kind of tough.
It is.
Depending on what your lifestyle calls for. You know what I'm saying? If you got a job and you got to pay bills, what's the strategy to get around that?
So,
and before you go, I'm going to add to whatever you about to say. Okay. I think social media has been a blessing in that situation. But go ahead. Yeah.
So,
because sometimes you got to work all week. And you can't make these open mics and stuff. But you get plugged in, you know what I'm saying? Like me, like sometimes I'm working all week, but thank God I've been seen by great comics like you, and shout out Sean Harvey, and shout out all the other great comedians that I've been working with that's been blessing me with great opportunities to show up to these mics. Because without a manager and an agent, and you don't got time for the schedule, it's kind of tough to really like blow. But I feel like with social media, you got to just plug in all avenues.
Keep promoting yourself. You're the brand, so you got to put your spots, put your content in these right areas. But the stand-up thing will be, the open mics will be, something where it's like, when I get to these bigger stages, okay, so first, the one time I froze or just forgot my shit was on an open mic, but it was like, all right, cool. Like you said, I was just thinking, I was trying to make things way complicated. I just add a new joke, but I remember my shit. I want to add new shit in. You only get 5 to 10 minutes and shit. So I was just in my mode, and I was just like, damn. And I just got quiet, and they just looked at me, and then I was like, I'm done. And then that's what I'm saying. So another thing I tell people, when you know you're done, don't try to, sometimes you can work it out, but if you know it, know the crowd. You always want to leave on a big note. So I was like, it was like maybe 30-second quiet. That's way too long in comedy life. Just get out of there, man. Get out of there on the like, you know what? I'm gonna have a good night. I want the next comic to come up. Big up the crowd. Big up the, make the show better. You always got to do that. It's always for the crowd.
Move your mic a little closer.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'm gonna add to what you just said as far as like you could pull it down a little bit. So
got
it's
you. Right here's good.
Yep.
All right, cool.
But
cool.
I feel like in that moment, to get out of a pause. Find something in the crowd.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Find something in the crowd.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Talk about, the outfit you got on. You know what I'm saying?
Save this time, that space, that day.
And then you might just catch what you was about to say.
That's true. That's why I said you can work it out.
You know what I'm saying?